How's it going, guys and girls? Jackson here, back with another video. As you may or may not be aware, the Lord of the Rings Gollum released today, and the developers are likely wishing it hadn't right now. I'm sure most of you watching this have already seen the negative buzz and reviews around this game, but if you haven't, here is a taster of some of the reviews coming out right now. Four words immediately come to mind here. Flop of the year. Yeah, that's right guys, flop of the year. Move over Redfall. Unfortunately for this game, the reviews are coming in and they're not pretty. Is the game awful? Probably. Is it as bad as what they are saying though? No idea, as I haven't personally played it to cast my own opinion. However, I likely never will, unless it goes on Games Pass or it's heavily discounted. The point of this video wasn't to necessarily bash the game, or to make cheeky Lord of the Rings puns about it. There's nothing precious about this game. One does not simply play the Lord of the Rings Gollum, but to actually shine a light on the dev team for a moment. From doing a quick bit of research, this game has had a torrid time in development, being announced by Daedalic Entertainment all the way back in March 2019. It was initially scheduled for a 2021 release, and I remember the initial reaction towards the game was actually positive. Nacon acquired Daedalic Entertainment, and with the impending purchase, Gollum was delayed to 2022 and given a fresh target date of September the 1st. However, in July 2022, there was further bad news for the game, as it was delayed further for a few months, quote unquote, and eventually was given a new release date of May the 25th, 2023. The big day has finally arrived, and imagine being in the dev team, likely a fan of the Lord of the Rings and the source material, spending roughly 5 years on the game, working your absolute arse off just to be told to boil it, mash it, and stick it in the bin by the Guardian. To rub salt further into the wounds, it's getting panned even more than the new previous flop of the year Redfall was. I don't know what the budget was for this game, but by doing a quick search of the other games being released by Nacon, this appears to be their biggest title, and with a flop of this scale, I wouldn't be surprised if people are sadly losing their jobs right now. Again, without knowing internally what has and hasn't happened, I doubt it is a stretch to think that Nacon stuck their paws into the development of this game when they acquired Daedalic Entertainment, and maybe even changed direction for it, resulting in some of the delays. Now I know what you're thinking, Jackson, they released a broken, rubbish dated game. It's their fault, there's no excuse for it. Which is true, but let's be honest, these decisions are usually made from the top downwards, and your average Joe who is likely losing their job probably raised concerns about it on a number of occasions during development, and was probably laughed off and pushed aside by middle management. The Lord of the Rings Gollum, just like Redfall, sadly sums up the state of gaming. Too many games are being released nowadays, and they're an absolute broken mess, or they're too busy chasing trends that are already outdated by the time the game releases. I'm looking at you, Anthem. And it's embarrassing on all levels. Even Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which I think is a good game overall, is plagued with glitches and bugs, and don't even get me started on the launch of Halo Infinite or Cyberpunk. Hopefully the heads at these gaming studios are waking up to the fact that the majority of us gamers aren't idiots and won't tolerate mediocrity anymore. In fact, most gamers would probably rather wait another 6, 12, 18 months for a game to be finished and polished on release, as there's always another game to play and tide us over. Charging us full price is an insult for this game. In summary, whilst the internet continues to pan Gollum, Redfall and all the other games that have flopped in recent times, spare a thought for the little man that is probably devastated by the product that has been delivered, and may no longer have a job or a paycheck to support his family, all because of decisions likely made above them from the people at the top. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts about Lord of the Rings Gollum. Were you planning on playing this before the reviews? Are you still planning to after the onslaught of negative reviews? And if you're new here, then welcome to the channel, and please consider subscribing for regular gaming content, including live streams, reactions and reviews on a variety of different games. I'm always open to suggestions on what you'd like to see me play next, and I love engaging with people when streaming, so stop on by either here or on Twitch. And on that note, I will see you next time, guys.